Hello, and welcome to Auto Be Careful, the place for car safety news and information. I'm Gene, and today we're going to be talking about automatic collision notification systems, how they work to keep you safe, and some of the challenges you might find if you're looking for this feature in your next new vehicle. If you're unfamiliar with this term, automatic collision notification, or ACN, is a system available on many newer automobiles in which the vehicle will automatically contact emergency services in the event it detects a collision. This system has its roots as far back as 1946 with the beginnings of the car phone. These built-in car phones took a long time to catch on, and drivers who didn't have car phones in their cars ended up having to wait longer for emergency services because they had to wait for other people around them to contact emergency services using their own phones. It wasn't until 50 years later that the first SOS button was put in vehicles to make contacting emergency services even easier. This first system was made by General Motors and called OnStar. This system had several features, including the ability to contact emergency services at the touch of a button. It also was the first system with automatic collision notification. The way this system worked was if the vehicle detected that the airbags had been deployed, it would automatically dial emergency services on behalf of the occupants. This system can be critical to get emergency services to the scene quickly when every minute matters and the occupants may not even be conscious to make the phone call themselves. Further increasing the benefits of this system, Congress passed the Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act of 1999. This law requires cell phone carriers to connect calls to emergency services from any device that can connect to a phone radio tower. Critically, this includes devices without an active plan. So if you have an old cell phone, you can still use it to call 911 as long as it has the technology to connect to a current phone radio tower. This is actually the one number it will still connect to without an active plan. This is true of any similar device, including smartwatches, tablets, and even cars. Since the OnStar system debuted almost 30 years ago, these systems have improved dramatically. For example, these systems now use a wide variety of factors to determine if a severe crash occurred and no longer depend solely on if the airbags deployed. Additionally, while early versions of this system could send the location of the collision to the dispatcher, newer versions can do so much more. An updated version of this system, called Advanced Automated Collision Notification, can send a lot more information so that emergency services can prepare for the collision before they even get to the scene. This data can include information about which airbags deployed, how fast the vehicle was going, and even how many people were in the car. While there have been a lot of improvements in this vital safety technology, there are some challenges as well. One such problem is that while vehicles with built-in phone technology are required by law to be able to connect to emergency services, automatic collision notifications are often an additional feature that users must pay for. This is a bit technical, so let me explain. If a vehicle has the automatic collision notification service active, it will automatically dial and connect to emergency services in the event it detects a collision. If the owner of that same vehicle has not paid to activate automatic collision notification, the vehicle will not automatically dial for emergency services when a collision is detected. The law only requires the vehicle to be able to make that connection and have it go through to emergency services, but in this case, an occupant of the vehicle would need to manually dial the phone number to make that call and get help. This may be difficult or even impossible depending on the severity of the crash and the state of the occupants. Making this problem even worse, this feature is often bundled with other non-safety features, making the price even more expensive. For example, on the Subaru Outback from 2017, in order to use ACN, the vehicle requires an active subscription to Subaru Safety Package Plus. This package is $99 per year and includes other features such as roadside assistance, maintenance notifications, vehicle health alerts, and diagnostic alerts. On the opposite side of the spectrum, this Mercedes GLS offers ACN for free for the life of the vehicle, even if there isn't an active subscription through Mercedes. Safety advocates argue this should be the standard practice for all vehicles, so occupant safety isn't behind a paywall. Another challenge with these systems is their ability to connect to radio towers to make these calls. This became a heavily discussed issue in 2022 when cell phone network carriers shut down 3G communication systems on their own radio towers. Many vehicles, including this one, relied on this equipment to use connected services, and without it, they could no longer make these emergency calls. Think of this like trying to call someone who doesn't even have a phone. Many manufacturers offered alternative solutions to this problem, but some were better than others. For example, Subaru offered affected owners the ability to upgrade the equipment in their vehicle to allow it to connect to newer 4G radio technology that continued to exist on those cell phone radio towers. This allowed owners to continue to use their connected services without interruption, and most owners didn't even have to pay for this upgrade as long as they had an active subscription. On the other hand, Mercedes offered no such option, and affected Mercedes vehicles went offline permanently when this change occurred. Owners were recommended to purchase additional hardware from third parties that would provide some of the same features, or buy a whole new car. While there are a variety of third-party options available, most of them either require an additional upfront cost or a separate subscription service. So while automatic collision notification is an amazing technology that could save your life one day, there are still challenges to overcome. Hopefully, one day regulators will expand on the Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act to ensure this life-saving technology is included on all new vehicles and able to be maintained on older vehicles through upgrades as technology improves. If you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, it may be worth investigating to see if that vehicle offers this feature and if it can still connect to today's radio tower equipment. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. And if you like this video, be sure to click the like button below and subscribe to see more content like this.